on yet, but I'll leave this up. So I'm back from my little vacation, everybody. I know last week, maybe some of you didn't know because I had some pre-recordeds coming out. So I am back in town. Hey, Lily, we're back. Come on up. Come on up. That's a good girl. Say hi. Say hi, Lily. Say hi. No, over here. Look, over here. Over here. There, Lily. Hello. So we're back and we're ready to work hard, right, Lily? Yeah. She's all huffing and puffing. Good morning, Andrea. Hello, Rainbow Dash. Oh, I love Rainbow Dash. It's one of the unicorns from My Little Pony. Hello, good morning. Yeah, Lily's huffing and puffing because we just came back from our walk. And you had your greenie? And no more. That you only get one. Yeah. And we had a big drink of water. Yeah, that's a good girl. So I'm just back. I wanted to kind of connect with everyone's energy because I'm going to sit down and start doing, sorry, this is really wobbly. Maybe I should have got the tripod. We're going to start doing, good morning, Dana. We're going to start doing some readings again. So I'm kind of feeling and getting into your energy again. It was a good vacation. I didn't do everything I thought I was going to do. It rained a lot. It rained a lot where we were. Yeah, so we spent, good morning, good morning, good morning. We spent a great deal of time indoors because we did get a lot of rain. I think we got there on Monday, 3 p.m. We jumped into the water. We went swimming until about 5. And then I think the kids went in again after dinner. And then I think we did a little bit the next day. And then it just started raining. And it rained, and it rained, and it rained. Hello from Tokyo, nearly midnight. Yay! So yeah, we actually got so fed up with rain that at one point we went swimming. The kids were tired. I went with my son and my Pisces friend and her husband and their 2 kids. And the kids were without internet too, after being like online learning for months and months and being connected to the internet for so long. They kind of went cold turkey and they were going a little bit batty, running out of things to do. So I think it was what day was it? It was about the 2nd or 3rd day of straight rain. And we went swimming. It was 9 degrees Celsius and it was pouring rain. So we went in and it was cold. You know how sometimes if the air is cold, but the water feels warmer, you're like, okay, if I know I get in the water, I'm going to be better. Well, the water felt about the same temperature as the air. The only difference was there was no wind in the water. So yeah, we went swimming with about 9 degrees Celsius in the water. It was a good experience for the kids. We called it our polar bear swim. Oh, Greece. I bet you the water is warm there. Oh, Long Island, New York. Hello. Hi, guys. So yeah, I'm just checking in. I'm just like feeling out your energy. Just kind of updating everybody. Oh yeah, you can see I got a nasty burn here. I was pulling out. Yeah, it looks really bad. It actually looks a lot worse than it sort of feels. I was pulling pieces out of the oven. They were on like a cookie sheet, and I didn't realize that the oven mitts at this place were not very good. So I felt with my left hand, I felt it starting to burn through on my fingers, but I still had to get it to the counter. So I shifted it in my hand, and then as I moved, that little shift, it actually caused the cookie sheet to hit my arm. Hey, Ashutosh, how are you? Very Aries of me, yes. And then the day we were leaving, I sliced can you see it? On my finger. I was shaving and I shaved the nail right off my finger down to the skin. So yeah, very Aries stuff. So yeah, I think it'll heal. I got to put a lot of cream on it. I'm going to try to keep that scab there as long as possible because it does look deep. I think it's probably about a 2nd-degree burn. It's quite deep. And I put cold water on it right away. It is a battle wound from cottaging. So yeah, all the sun that you see me with right now, I got on the last full day there. Yeah, cocoa butter. I've been putting actually shea butter on it too. But the last full day we were there, it was beautiful. And my friends they went to go visit another friend about an hour away. So it was just my son and I and Lily. And we spent the whole day in the water that day. So we actually got some sun, which wouldn't look like it that we spent really an entire week of rain. So I had planned to do some stuff outside. I actually had planned, I know some of you might have been watching, Russell, Rob, and Remy had been doing the runes. I planned to do that. It was impossible. I couldn't even get that done. I couldn't go outside. It was raining so much. And you can't really do any sort of videos and readings when there's 3 kids and 3 adults in a cottage. So it didn't happen. But you know, my Pisces friend has this really new drink. I think it's rum and ginger ale and lemon. It's really good. We had a few of those. We played some card games. What are the card games? Have you guys played these games? They're really funny. One is Exploding Kittens. And the other one is, what is it? Taco, cat, cheese, pizza? Taco, cat, cheese, pizza. And they're so funny. And after you've had a couple of drinks, they really get funny. So yeah. Did you see that on Price is Right? Or is it mustard work? Mustard, really? I gotta look at these comments. You guys are probably saying stuff here and I'm missing it. I was thinking like aloe vera and I was putting the shea butter. Exploding Kittens. It's funny. Heartburn too. Mustard? So yeah. So that's it. I'm not gonna pull any cards right now. I'm gonna get down and start doing the readings. I'm gonna continue where y'all would have seen me left off last week, but I recorded those before I left. So I'm going to get right into your energy again. So for me, it's been a little bit of distance with the energy. So I thought I'm just going to come in here. And yeah. Oh, and some of you might have, before I left, coconut oil, yes. Colloidal silver, toothpaste. Try toothpaste works really good for pimples. I don't know if I would put it on a burn. I have been putting witch hazel and tea tree and aloe. I have my own facial toner that I make, which with witch hazel, tea tree oil, aloe vera juice, and rose water. I've been spraying that on too. But yeah, so one of the other things that I'm going to do is if you go to my community channel, you'll see a post. It's a different cards that I have, and I'm not going to be using them anymore. Well, first I'm going to get replacements though, because I saw a few, no, the burn is not open anymore. It's just got a scab on it. Oh yeah, the devil. I think the devil. Sorry, I guess it's distracted here. It's funny. I was reading my son's report card this morning. I was like, oh yeah, it sounds like me. So distracted. So yeah, so the decks of cards that there's a number of them that I've been using for quite a while. And I just feel like they need to get replaced. I think they're okay for if you want to do private readings for yourself, but to efficiently shuffle, they yeah, I see you laughing at that, Ash. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But I'm going to get replacements for these decks. So I will continue to use them on the channel for reading because I do think they're fabulous decks and I really like the messages that they bring, but they're just getting too thick and I've used them for so long that I just don't find them efficiently flowing for the general reading. So I'm going to be auctioning them off, and I wanted to do this for a while and I couldn't figure out how to do it. The answer was actually so simple. It's just like, wow, of course. So because YouTube has this this option in the studio part of YouTube where you can create videos and you can donate the proceeds to that video to a charity. But none of the charities that I'm interested are in there. And they're all totally American based. And I know that's okay for Americans, but for the rest of us, you know, I wanted to do something a little more global is actually what I wanted to do. But and then the answer finally came a few weeks ago. Tyler's Tarot. I don't know if he's done it before. He probably has because he's been doing readings for a while and he does a ton. He's so funny. Oh my God. He is so funny. I just keep laughing at him. So he gives it right back to people in the comments. If you ever want to be entertained, go watch Tyler live. Oh my God. But anyway, so he was auctioning off. His readings are a totally different style. Like you're into spiritual stuff, it's not going to be there, but it's very entertaining. I love him. He's Aries too, I think. So he gives you the sass right back. He's so funny. So, but he was auctioning them off and he's brilliant, of course. So he posted them on Etsy or Etsy. No. Etsy to auction off the decks. And so that's what I'm going to do. So my charity, which I kind of had already picked, and I sort of thought about it a little bit more while I was away, and it's the one I want to go with. So the charity that I'm going to use is Plan International Canada. So Plan International focuses on children and particularly girls throughout a lot of more undeveloped countries. And what I like about the charity is that it does focus on children. It does focus on, I want to say, a minority group, or yeah, a group that has less advantages and often less rights, which does tend to be young girls in a lot of developed nations still. Um, and I do donate to them every month, and I would like to give sort of lump sums to them. So they're almost 80% of the money that they collect goes into the work that they do, and just over 20% goes into administration. So that's something I look at with a charity too. Like, I want to know that most of the money I'm using is going to I'm looking at something here. There's another auction base here, but I already have an Etsy, Etsy account. So, pizza cooking accident. But, yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do, because they focus a lot on girls. Etsy. Thank you. I know it's a very similar word to an app that we use over here in Ontario, I don't know, anyways, for school. And I keep getting the two mixed up. But it's right. I was hunting werewolves in the forest, and this is my battle wound. I'm actually a Jedi, and I was fighting the Dark Force, and this is a tiny little bit of, Sith Lord lightsaber that touched my arm, but so what was I saying? Yeah, so this charity that I want to do is they also focus on providing girls with education, giving them a chance for education. A lot of it is trying to prepare them, because to prevent them from ending up in child marriages, which still happens so much to young girls. And and I really believe it helps the society when 50% of your population is not being educated and allowed to contribute to this badass to contribute to the society. I think it fails the society as a whole. So it's a charity that is very close to my heart. So that's the one that it is going to be. And I know there will be many people that say, well, I don't want that charity. Why don't you do something more local? Here's my thing. I believe that I do local. I donate to the food bank at least once to twice a month here. I donate my time at my son's school when permitted, and I want to actually look into a few other places, nursing homes, etc., when that becomes open. So I believe, like, your time and the human aspect of you is very valuable in your local community for charity. But I believe it can be helpful to touch places far away from you, on a monetary sense, because I can't go over there and help to build a school or dig a well or whatever. So that's what I'm gonna do with my cards. Now, I won't say that yet. I was thinking of matching whatever the donations are that come in, but that scares me a bit because I'm on a budget. So we'll see how high it goes. I will put something in. So whatever you guys donate, I will either match it or half it, depending on how high it goes. Yeah, so I'm gonna spend the next couple of weeks setting that up, because before I auction them off, I need to get replacement decks. And so, yeah, so they're used decks, but I think it might be kind of fun to get a deck that's been used so much on a YouTube channel, and I'll sign it somewhere on the back of the card or the box if I still have the boxes for them. All that information will be on Etsy. So when you go there to bid on the decks, and I'll make a video announcing, like, everyone who's won, and then let you all know how much money was raised for the charity. And so, yeah, that's the next thing that I'm gonna kind of work on as I do like my regular work here on the channel. And that's it. And Lily's paw print too. Y'all want Lily's paw print on on the decks? So there you go. I'm feeling really hot. I don't know if it's like humid it just feels hot. The air conditioning's not coming on. Yeah. So that's all. That's it. I don't have any cards. Like I said, I just wanted to connect with y'all and kind of update you. And that's what I'm gonna do. It was a good break. It wasn't quite the weather that we had hoped for, but it was really nice to just hang out 24/7 with one of my closest friends and her family. And yeah, so yeah, it was fun and it was great for the kids. They were offline for quite a bit, although we were only about 20-25 minutes away from my mom. She has internet, but it's not high speed. So there was a couple times we went to visit, and I think those were the opportunities I went into to make sure my channel was still here. Yeah, see, I'm totally gonna say that. Saying that that I burned myself from a cookie tray coming out of the oven is not as badass as I was out in the woods and I found Sith Lords and I had to defend the rights of all. It's a lightsaber wound, isn't it? But it's so minor compared to the damage I did. So that's it, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go. It was nice to think. Oh, and another thing I'm gonna do too. I'm gonna try to do a few more pick a cards on my other channel. I know it's been sitting quiet for a little, for quite a few weeks actually, and I wanted to get more on there. So I'm gonna kind of focus on that as well. Mm, yeah, the other guy came off a lot worse. Let me tell you. So yeah, and that's what is that called? The Spiritual Chrysalis. Oh yeah, which I developed that channel because I had that. This is the other thing I should update you. I had that copyright claim on my channel and then I got a little freaked out because to um to dispute it, I had to click a box that said if the dispute was found to be fraudulent, that my channel could be completely removed. Which is just kind of freaky. It's kind of freaky to click that box and go, okay. So, and actually, I don't know if I won the dispute. WMG never did anything with it. So it just sat. It sat for the 30 days or whatever. And the 30 days, I think it was literally a day before we went up north, that passed and I went on and finally looked and it was just removed. So the money was no longer in escrow. So I got paid for my work instead of WMG taking my money. So yeah, and it was really helpful too because Ashutosh, who's one of my moderators, you've probably already seen him in here. He actually apparently talks to a lot of YouTube tarot readers. But he was nice because he was sort of outsourcing information for me and talked to a lot of readers that have had similar things happen to them, kind of reassuring that everything will be okay. So that was good to know too while I was sort of sitting there waiting to see what was going to happen. But that's why I created that second channel. But it's kind of like things happen for a reason. So I think I'm gonna continue to build that channel with like pick a cards, any channeled messages that I sort of get. Oh, any deep thoughts too. I had deep thoughts about Jupiter when I was away. Yeah, maybe I could talk about Jupiter now. Do you guys want me to talk about the deep thoughts that I had about Jupiter and gravity and destiny? Yeah, it was so cool. Hi. Do you guys want to hear about that or should I save that for another time? Yes, singing bowls, right? Yes, yes, yes. So, okay. So one of the evenings I went to my mom's for supper because she has TV too. so, so I was watching Nova and they were talking about, I mean, it's all theoretical too. Like anything they talk about with planets and the solar system, it's all theoretical, really. But based on, I mean, the greatest amount of information that they can collect. So they were talking about like the development of our solar system, like, I don't know, a billion years ago, whenever that was happening. And Jupiter, being like the enormous beast that it is, was moving forward towards the sun. And while it was doing that, it was sucking like everything up in its path, and adding that to its elements and continuing to grow and expand and moving forward. And it was on a collision course, I guess, for like Mercury and Earth and Venus and Mars. Um, so it was on a collision course with us and it was going to suck us all up and I guess eventually like kamikaze into the sun. And then we really wouldn't have, the solar system wouldn't have been here. But because of Saturn, so Saturn came in. And I thought that was so interesting because Saturn is really noted as a very constrictive planet. Like Jupiter is the growth and expansion planet, and Saturn is the constrictions that are placed upon things. And Saturn constricted Jupiter. So the gravity of the two of them came to such a point at some point in time where Saturn started pulling Jupiter back, and Jupiter, so the two of them sort of in a way created the stability in the solar system, or at least it stopped Jupiter from growing to a point where it would have engulfed everything. I thought, isn't that fascinating? Because you can talk about things like just growing too strongly and too quickly, and everything is lost. Like they say, when you plant a tree, you shouldn't fertilize it for the first 3 years because it needs to grow its roots. Otherwise, it does a whole bunch of canopy growth, which makes it top heavy. And, like in 15, 20 years, when a tree is bigger, a windstorm comes through and that tree just falls down. And it was like, what a waste of time, right? Because it didn't have any stability. So I found that really interesting. So I thought, uh, my other channel is the, what is it called? The Spiritual Chrysalis. Yes, Saturn did have the high ground and contained. So then they continued to talk about Jupiter. And then quite a few years ago, there was a satellite sent out because they detected a comet that was on a crash course for Jupiter. Of course, like Jupiter, and so Jupiter also acts as this really cool protective planet because it is so enormous and has quite a large gravity field that it pulls things. Thank you, Ashutosh. That's my other channel. Has and this is the kind of stuff I would typically do on there, but now I'm in the flow. This is going to help me get into your readings. So, yeah, Jupiter actually pulls in a lot of asteroids into it instead of them coming towards Earth. So it's really fascinating. But this comet was headed towards Jupiter, so they sent out a satellite to kind of get images of the pieces of it as it went in. As it got closer, like it started to break apart and pull apart, and chunks of it going in. What was so fascinating is they talked about the gravitational pull, that this comet was pulled into the gravity of Jupiter. Like, I don't know, I might have missed how long it was, if they even said, but who knows? Maybe it was 100 years, 1,000 years. Maybe it was even longer than that. But I thought, isn't that fascinating? Like, that comet is just doing its own thing, and all of a sudden, it's being kind of pulled along in some sort of gravitational force that it wouldn't even be aware of. The comet is aware. I don't know if the comet is aware. I thought about that too sometimes. If there's some sort of conscious element to planets. Maybe there is. I don't know. And it got me thinking about destiny. Like, it was almost like that comet is the minute it got into the gravitational stream of Pluto, it hit its destiny. It couldn't break from it. I mean, unless something more major came by with a stronger force and pulled it out of there. And it got me sort of thinking about like our own destinies. And then I read about Jupiter, and that Jupiter pulls on us from here on Earth. So the gravity of Jupiter does affect us. But because Earth's gravity is much stronger, also, well, I think it is actually stronger because it's a gaseous planet, Jupiter, and Earth is not, it's solid. But so we stay here, but Jupiter doesn't suck us out into space and pull us there. But it's fascinating how, you think about that, and you think about how the gravity of the moon affects the tides on the planet. And I mean, affects so many other things too. So many things based on monthly cycles on our planet, and that's the moon. So these large planets that move around, right? And I guess it's just sort of like, to me, giving a logical explanation to what I've already felt on how we're affected by the planets around us in terms of astrology. If you base it even just on the gravity of these planets, they're already pulling, and when they're in certain alignments with each other, those obviously have to have an effect on us. So it was just so fascinating. And the idea of, when you're hitting a path of destiny, you probably don't even know it. Right? You could be moments away from meeting someone or coming across an event or a situation, and your entire life was leading up to that moment. It's like that gravitational pull of Jupiter, having no idea until boom, there you are. So these are some of the deep thoughts. And then I went on my walk and noticed these clouds outside are so cool right now. There's like a higher level of clouds that aren't moving, and then there's a lower level of cloud that's moving quite quickly with the wind, and it's so cosmic looking. So I ended up with a kink in my neck staring up. Was walking Lily. So that's it. Yeah, that's it. So now I'm in the rhythm, I'm in the flow, I'm feeling it. I'm missing comments here. See, okay, I was talking about Nova. I didn't get to watch the whole thing though, because I had to go and help my mom do some like food prep, and then we had to eat dinner. It would have been kind of rude to just, no, I gotta finish watching this. You guys eat. Yeah, I would have. I wonder if I can find it. Maybe Nova has a YouTube channel. Yeah. Ah, I think those were all the deep thoughts. Those were all the deep thoughts that I really had. Did I have any deep thoughts about water when I was up north? I don't know. Yeah, right? The moon moves oceans. And to think how Jupiter, when I read that, I thought that's so fascinating. Jupiter actually pulls on each one of us. It's gravity. But Earth's pull is stronger, so we stay here, which is nice. It's good. Yeah. And to think of a comet hitting, and it said, and too, I was looking that up, like, so gravitational pull is infinite. It doesn't end. But obviously, it hits a point, I guess, where it just stays the same after a certain amount of time, a distance from the planet. And then that seemed crazy too, because then isn't everything pulling in on itself? Because I thought everything was expanding. So I don't know. Well, yeah, if you go back, if you just caught up, like Jupiter, well, Jupiter was like almost like a Pac-Man coming through when our solar system was being created. It was like chomping everything, sucking everything in because it was so big and enormous, and it was moving. I guess for whatever reason, it was moving forward towards the sun. Maybe I guess the sun was pulling it in its own momentum. And as it was doing that, it was pulling everything in. Like on the trajectory that it was on, it would have engulfed Mars and the Earth and Venus, like, and then it would have gone right into the sun. And I've heard too, like Jupiter described as a false sun because it has actually, I believe it has all the same elements of the sun, but just not in the right amounts. And obviously, so it's a really enormous body of influence. I wonder if he's getting ready. Oh, sure. My son, I came back from our walk. I guess because he hasn't talked online with any friends for over a week. Um, I came back from the walk and he's having a private talk with one of his friends. Like, shh, don't talk, mom. I was talking to the dog. So he got upset. So he went up to his room and he closed his door. I think that's what he's doing again. I'm too noisy. So, yeah. Anyways, those are the tiny little thoughts I have in between being a mom. I thought that was fascinating. Space is so fascinating, right? And I just think about Earth, like, it's such an amazing little spaceship. Really, isn't it? Yeah. I don't want hair there. What are you talking about? I don't want hair there. I've never said that, have I? Oh, I don't want hair there or there. What hair? Are you Jane? Yeah. It's kind of fascinating. I almost think I want to look more into cover your son. Oh, yeah, yeah. His grade 5 health class. Yeah. Oh, that was no. Was that grade 4? I don't remember now because they done both years online when they are. I was in his room clean. Yeah, I was in his room making his bed or something. Like I think it was a recess, so he didn't have class, so I could go in. And he was talking with his friends, and I just heard this. They were getting ready for a health class. His friend was saying, "I don't want to know why I grow hair there. I don't want to know why I grow." Well, he didn't say there. He said, yeah, yeah. So yeah, he survived grade 5 health class. I tried to embarrass him as much as possible about it, though. I kind of think that's more important than being like shy and oh, we won't talk about that. So, anyways, yeah, they've been all embarrassed. But what was I saying? Y'all keep distracting me. Um, yeah, I find it more fascinating right now to look at the planets like that, like their history and how they developed in the solar system, and then their magnetic and gravitational effects and forces and histories. There was something else interesting I saw with sharks and how they can detect magnetic fields. And they put these big magnets down at the bottom of the ocean floor, and they were trying to test it on hammerhead sharks. But then I think, was it nursery sharks came in and they went nuts over these magnets. Like they just went absolutely ballistically crazy over these magnets. So I just find that so fascinating how, you can have a certain sense about something, or we think this, or we think, oh, animals are stupid, or animals are this, or plants don't communicate. There's such a vast world out there that's so evolved. Really naive to think that there isn't more than what we can actually see. I guess that's it. I feel like I'm just rambling now. Yeah. Yeah, I would believe that too, right, Dana? The birds can see magnetic fields. I thought it got kind of dangerous too, Barb. They started getting crazy frenzied. Like it reminded me of, when you see a shark and there's something, I think I've seen dolphins do it too. Mostly sharks. There's something under the sand and they go at it and they pull out like prey. I mean, they got kind of crazy. I wondered how the hell are they going to get the magnets out of there? They were like big bricks that they put down in there. You like my rambling? That's just, I had to go worldwide to find a select group of people that like my ramblings. But yeah, I just that Jupiter thing fascinated me, and then the whole idea of that comet being pulled into its gravitational pull like hundreds of years prior, and it was finally meeting its destiny, crashing into Jupiter. Wow. And then there was something fascinating about its moons. I can't remember all its moons. I know Ganymede because when I was a kid, I had a big poster of Jupiter and Ganymede in my bedroom. That's pretty nerdy, isn't it? A lot of girls my age did not have planet posters of Jupiter and Ganymede in their bedroom. Um, but two of these moons, what was it about them? Somehow they had a balance between each other as well. Like they were complete opposites. I don't know if one was rock and one was water. I don't remember what it was now. But it's pretty fascinating. Oh, funny you say that, Sandy, about the butterflies. When Dana said that about birds detecting magnetic fields, it made me wonder about butterflies for a second there. Because, like, how do monarch butterflies go from, like, way up north in Canada, never having flown to Mexico before, and they do it? There has to be something that they're utilizing. It's amazing. Yeah. We have a lot of butterflies here this year, which is kind of nice to see. One of the things that, it's funny, it was nice for us as people. I was gonna say, what are rains? Rains. Is that there are very few bugs up north right now here in Ontario, at least where I was. We were about 40 minutes northeast of the eastern border of Algonquin Park. So I don't want to give away where we were exactly. Um, but there were like hardly any mosquitoes, like zero black flies. There was some horse flies. Oh, I like killing those son of a bitches. But yeah, and there was hardly anything. And you know what? I didn't see swallows flying around. We had one night, the one night before it started raining, we did a bonfire and I didn't see any bats. So I think it's going to be a hard year on a lot of the birds and bats and other fish even too, because a lot of fish get the bugs off the surface of the water. There was hardly any. And as a person enjoying the outdoors, it feels so great. But I couldn't help but notice how there were other things that weren't. What is wrong with my hand? I don't know. It's getting sore holding my camera. Oh, do you mean my arm? That's a lightsaber injury. So there was a Sith Lord in the forest, and let's just say that yeah, it will be a new scar. I'm sure it will be. That it's a lightsaber wound, and I came out winning. So, yeah, I know. I have so many scars. I got a scar there. I got a scar. I was thinking I did a reading for Pisces, I think, telling them to be careful. Don't be clumsy this year. And look what I've already done. My my dark chocolate Vader, yeah. I already got a lightsaber wound. I sliced my fingernail when I was shaving. I literally, that looks a lot better. I sliced right down into my finger and sliced the nail right off. Oh, it really hurt. I think that hurt more than the burn. Actually, yeah, that hurt more than the burn. Well, that's it. Yeah. Yes, you do. Yes. Yes, be careful. I'm already approving that point. I'm trying to think. I don't think my Pisces friend hurt herself. No. It's funny. Maybe it's starting to balance. It's been really weird, the weather in Canada. This, like, BC's on fire. BC is really, really hot and on fire. And here in Ontario, oh my God, the rain. We have had so much rain, which is good. It's good for things to grow. But yeah, it's different. Maybe being around my Pisces friend did that. Like maybe I sucked out any energies that were meant to hurt her. It came to me. Hello, Slovenia. What is the weather like there? Are you in BC, Amethyst? Have you been around any of the fire? Oh, you are on fire. Yeah. It's like the gates of hell have opened up over there. Extreme temperatures followed by fire. Wow, 34 plus. I was seeing something there too, like showing like a video ice cream melting like extremely fast. Temperatures were so warm in Russia as well. Almost 50, yeah, 50 degrees is absolutely incredible. And like really, BC is usually a much cooler province out of many. Was it? Yeah, I told you to watch your digits. See, it's already happening to me. Oh, earwigs. I hate those things. Yeah. Muscles are dying on cold. Oh, it makes me so depressed sometimes. Yeah, I have to say, I didn't see bluebirds during that crazy Arctic winter. Now everything is dying of heat stroke. Yeah, like it's just, temperatures are becoming really extreme. Yeah, there's a heat wave. I think I saw that there's a heat wave in Russia. I saw something else a few years ago on, there was a highway. It's a really interesting road in Russia. It's way up north and it's tundra based, I believe. And it's paved with bodies. So it took a long time to make this road and I don't remember where it goes. I don't remember where it goes in Russia. And it might be Siberia, but it might be something also. Yeah, the permafrost is melting. And this is it Siberia where this road goes? And it was so hard to create this road because it's so desolate out there and so cold. The people were just dropping like flies. So they incorporated them under the road or something like that. Like the skeletons of the dead are under this road, but it's thawing out. Oh, the rune work. Okay, so at the beginning, I said that I was not able to do any rune work. I brought all my cards up there. I brought my tripod. I was all ready to go into the woods and film. And it literally rained almost nonstop. Yakutia. Is that where it is? Yeah, we look that up. It was a fascinating story. But that's sort of just talking about the weather changing and that it's thawing. This permafrost is thawing up there. There's a lot of gloomy stuff everywhere. Yeah. Um, but the rune, so my plan was because it was going to be at a cottage with my son, my friend and her husband and their two kids. So it's not really, I couldn't really do anything inside to do the runes inside. Like there's just too many people and too many kids. So I was going to give myself like a day or so to go out into the woods and find a nice spot and do it outside. It rained, like it rained almost nonstop. We got there Monday. We went swimming Monday late afternoon. I think the kids went in again after dinner. The following day was nice. And of course, it's the first day there. I'm not going to say, okay, bye everyone. I'm going into the woods. Um, so I was spending like family time. And I didn't find any porridge in the woods and I wouldn't go looking. Visage. So the first day was fun. We went to the beach. We went swimming with the kids, and then we spent some time off the dock doing cannonballs and stuff. And then I think, oh, that was the night too. It looked like it was going to rain next day. I said, maybe we should do our bonfire tonight because, even if it rains tomorrow and the weather gets better, everything will just be wet. So I think it was a good call because we did our bonfire. It was a beautiful evening. And then I think like in the night, when you're sleeping, you can hear the rain. It started raining and then it never stopped. It just rained and rained and rained. So I couldn't go outside to do anything. And I couldn't do the readings inside, like I said, because it's just too many kids um yeah. So and then the weather got like the sun that you see on me, I got that the last full day. So the last full day the weather was absolutely beautiful. And my son was dying to play in the water. He had a new water gun. He had a new floaty. I just and we had just so we had to go. I couldn't just say sorry. We're not gonna have fun today. I'm gonna do rune work. It wasn't even an option really. Um, yeah, we need our son. But even like a so Tracy, on one of the days, the kids were getting so like, we're not swimming. It's no good. The weather sucks. And it was 9 degrees out, and it was still raining. And we went swimming because we were just tired of not being able to do it anymore. And we just said, you know what? Just because of weather, if there's no lightning, if there was lightning, we wouldn't have been down in the water. But it was absolutely no lightning. It was just a rainy day. So we did like our polar bear swim. Because sometimes you'll get into the water and it will feel warmer than the air. But it didn't. It was a strange thing. It actually didn't. It felt pretty cold. So we went in, the kids went in, they all had like there's a wood stove at the cottage, so we turned that on prior to going down and got it like really toasty warm. We had brought down their hoodies and their towels, so once they came out, wrapped them up. It was exhilarating, right? We were in the water and I said, well, we weren't. I was the first one to get in. And then everyone else kind of by the time they get on, I was ready to get out. I was actually feeling like, uh, at first it was exhilarating. I had to come out and then I went back in and it felt a little bit warmer because the air in the water was about the same temperature, like 9 degrees, but it was a little bit breezy. So when you got back in the water, at least you didn't have a wind chill. And, yeah, so by the time they all got in, I was ready to get out because I was actually feeling like my heart rate was slowing down. Like something didn't feel right at that point. I think I need to get out of the water because I don't feel good. So I did get out of the water and then I felt okay. So it's good. But yeah, like their lips were purple and they were shivering after a time. But it's good. Like it makes them feel alive. That's what I said. Like you feel alive. You feel invigorated. Now let's run to the house and stand in front of the wood stove. Yeah, I have an 11-year-old little old man, and my son's friend is 10, and my son's friend's sister, 7? 7. So they're all pretty young. So it was fun. They had a lot of good times together. We had a lot of good times as a group. It was nice too after not having a lot of time together. And my friend, we just haven't had a lot of time to drink. There was no vodka. There was rum and ginger ale, which is pretty good. I've never had that combo before. Hey, hi Remy, how are you? So nice to see you. So guys, there's Remy is in here. So Miss Remy Healings, she's one of the wonderful readers. Actually, she's not far from me here. We're both in Ontario. And oh, thank you. It's just the sun. It's the sun and the cold water. And she's been doing some really great readings if you're interested in the runes. She's been discovering with Rob. She's been doing synced readings together with them. So she's been doing really good. So you guys should go check her out. Check them out, see what they're doing. And Reem also does really good zodiac readings too. Yeah, so that was good. It was good. It was a good break actually, and it was kind of good too not having internet because I'm a bit of always wanting to go online and make sure everything's okay. I haven't even looked at the comments. I don't know. It could be full of porn bots and spams. I don't know what's in there. So what is 9 degrees Celsius 48 degrees Fahrenheit? Yeah. You can see Remy in here. Miss Remy Healings is the name of her channel. You'll see her in there and you can click on her. Another Canadian girl. Tree. And that's it. I could just go on and on and on. Actually, I can't really do any readings. So my son is his dad is picking him up in a couple hours, and I'm going to sit down and really focus on getting some readings done. And yeah, so that's it. You guys have any questions? So yeah, I didn't get any done. I really thought I went totally prepared. If the weather had been nice, it would have been much easier um, to go into the woods for a couple hours, and it would have been kind of fun. But that's it. Mhm. Thank you. It's kind of nice to be home, or else this place, whatever this is, to have sleep in my own bed again and a routine, and yeah. Oh, thank you. Iceman proposed slow as his hurt. That's interesting. I kind of felt it. Like it was pretty. I don't know what the temperature of the water was. It was 9 degrees the air, and the water didn't feel much different. Wim Hof. Oh, for learning tarot. That's another thing I gotta. I like it. I like to say I'm like Picasso. Picasso always had like dozens and dozens of unfinished artworks in his studio, and he would go back to them at some point. I will go back to learning tarot. I think I only did the major arcana, didn't I? Yeah. I'll do some of that. I think Picasso was an Aries, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Oh, yeah, Lake Ontario is cold all the time. We were not in Lake Ontario. Lake Ontario is, I think, one of the deepest Great Lakes. That's why it doesn't warm up very well. I got a load of wax here right now. You see, I got a ton of wax there. I noticed started getting sores in the inside of my mouth here, which means the teeth. I always find the teeth are moving forward, so it's causing more pressure. Oh, Pablo was born in October, so no. So maybe he was a Libra or Oh, hello, Barry. Going fast. Yeah, last week I was at Marathon North on Lake Superior. Superior. Oh gosh, how's Superior? Does Lake Superior warm up? I've never swam in there. Oh, he was a Scorpio. Oh, yeah, I could see that would make more sense. Picasso was a Scorpio. Van Gogh was an Aries. Oh, yeah, he went. I don't think he only went nuts. I think he had tinnitus. No. Barrie, Ontario, Lake Simcoe. That gets nice and warm in spots. It's cold, huh? Oh, Superior is cold. Oh, yeah. entertaining. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Berks Falls. Where did Lily go? She started out with me. Oh, look, I got a new blanket. You like my blanket? It's alpaca. Have you ever had alpaca? It's so soft. Yeah, I got a new blanket for my couch. So I feel cool. I can wrap myself up in my alpaca blanket. I can't remember where it's from. There's a shop near where we were, and they sell stuff from all over the world there. I think it's I don't know if it's handmade. There's a tag on it. Have you guys had alpaca? It's soft like cotton, but warm like wool. The other channel I have is a spiritual chrysalis. I'm going to do some more pick a cards there. You know, I was thinking of doing, I wanted to do one. I did was it a live? No, it was a premiere. Your next Vavavavoom. I haven't done one of those in a while. I thought maybe I'll do a pick a card of that over there. Your next Vavavavoom. Which is kind of like, your baby. It's not itchy at all. That's the thing. It's so soft. My Pisces friend, Pisces friend. I don't want to use her name. I haven't asked her if I can use her name. But she's allergic to wool apparently. But she likes how warm wool can be, and this is like that. But it's not itchy. It's so soft. And I think it's better at regulating temperature than wool or cotton. Yeah, it's incredibly soft. I was impressed. So I got it. That's my new thing. And that's it. I should go now. I know. I should do some stuff. I was very good though. When we got home from up north, I got everything unpacked. I got all the laundry done. What is this? What's that a link for, Ashutosh? Is that for alpaca? Oh, thanks. That was for my other channel. You could try the alpaca. She didn't bother her at all, my friend. Survivably insane. I've seen them. Have you seen Dr. Pole with alpacas? It's so funny. Yeah, I know. I say I didn't know that, Ashutosh. Watching Dr. Pole with the alpacas. It's so funny. Yeah, it might be. It wasn't made in Canada. It wasn't made in North America. Yeah, it's from llamas, yes. Um, but where was this made? I don't know. I want to say Indonesia. Let's try to find the tag and see if it says. It'll be on the corner. Oh, I don't have my glasses on. What's it say? Oh, it's made in Ecuador. This one was made in Ecuador. Yep. By Juanitos.ca. Oh, that's weird. How is it made in Ecuador, but it has a Canadian domain? So it's JUANITOS.ca. But the phone number, and then they have their phone number and everything. Do you want their phone number? Their phone number is 438-825-4605. They might just get a whole bunch of orders all of a sudden. So yeah, there you go. That's my alpaca. No, yeah. What is it? It's llama? What did I say? Is it llama? I don't remember now. What did I say it was? I think it was right when I said it. So many things have gone past on the screen now. I don't remember what I got. Alpaca. No, it's alpaca. I think it's alpaca. Alpaca. Yes, my first statement was correct. Yeah, this is alpaca. Yes. And it's so soft. See? See, isn't it a pretty print too? I like it. The dark blue and the light blue. And then it's white underneath. Look at that. Yeah. It's very cozy. I think that's all I got. That's pretty much it. I don't think of any funny stories that happened, really. Just my lightsaber incident in the woods. That would be it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's it. It does. It's so cozy. Give them a phone call, Ashtosh. I give you the number. Any animal with a super long neck tends to have a blood flow issue to the brain. I'm sure of it. They're all insane. Ostrich, llama, alpaca, snakes. What about giraffes? Oh, maybe. You know, that could be it, Lisa. Maybe she gets her alpaca from Ecuador and she makes them here in Canada. I'm getting hungry now. Oh, my battery's low. Yeah. Oh, the name and number again? Okay. It is Juanitas? Juanitas. JUANITOS.ca. The phone number 438-825-4605. Made in Ecuador. No, it says it's made in Ecuador, though. Oh, but can they say that if the material comes from there? It's probably made there because it would probably be cheaper to make it in Ecuador than in Canada. But I find that fascinating that she has a .ca. Maybe they might even have a .com. Thank you, Ashutosh. They might have a .com, and maybe depending on where they're sending them, like if they're making them Ecuador, maybe they send some to the US and some to Canada, and the ones they send to Canada, they send with a tag that has their website with a .ca. Oh, they have a Facebook too. Oh, it's hard to read. Juanita's Artisans. No. All right. I'm getting hungry, guys. I gotta go. I probably have to feed the kid too. Yeah, I gotta do mommy things. Oh, maybe we should make this exactly 60 minutes long. Wouldn't that be cool? Should we do that? People will see the number and go, oh, look, it's exactly 60 minutes long. Oh, it's my finger. I'm too ready to. Oh, thank you. I don't know what I'm gonna have. Oh, I know. I bought some healthy food. I'm able to chew more. I haven't been able to eat vegetables for a long time with this stupid stuff in my mouth because I haven't been able to grind food. But now I'm eating more veggies, so that is good. Yeah, we gotta get ready to say our goodbyes. We got just over 1 minute, and then we're gonna cut it right out at 60 seconds. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. I'm gonna start uploading and creating. Stuff will probably be coming out later today. Oh, thank you. Doesn't it look good when you don't wash it for days and just go in the river or the lake? Yes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Don't forget, may the force be with you. Oh, we're getting close. I'm gonna get distracted and miss this. You guys have a good day as well, wherever you are. Have a good night, sweet dreams, happy afternoon dreams, whatever it could be. Mustard yourself. I'm gonna look that up before I put it on there. I'm not 100% trust you on that one. So I'm gonna look up mustard before I do that. Poor neons also. Thank you for subscribing. Honey. Ooh, honey sounds good. Neosporin. Oh, I haven't heard that word in a long time. Oh, I gotta get ready. Okay, gotta go. 60 seconds. Bye, everyone. Be gentle with yourselves. Bye.